She has a very white face, very pale, a black lace dress. It looked like she was coming out of a movie, and she had very blue eyes. It was quite scary. So visually, it's very unusual. You think, who is this person? And the person who was with me also said, yes, it's true, she is weird. There is very loud music. And then a moment, my friend and I go to the bar next to this strange woman dressed in black. And I look in the reflection of the mirror in front. You know the mirror of the bar, in front where are all the bottles of alcohol. And the barmaid is serving drinks. And I look and I say, oh shit. Where is she? She is next to me, there is a man. And there is her next to me, but there is a hole between the man and me. But she is not there.
Vampires don't have a reflection in the mirror?
So I didn't say it was a vampire. I just said there wasn't her reflection in the mirror. So I ask my friend to confirm what I see. And she makes a strange face telling me, no, there is nothing. So what do? I push my elbow, and I touch the woman in black, who is next to me. Sorry. Excuse me. So I touch her, physically. And I look carefully. But she still isn't in the mirror. And it's not a hallucination. I never drink alcohol, and the person with me too. No drugs, nothing at all. I drank a Coke, or an orange juice. And people who know me knew very well, when there was a round of shots in the bar, they said, well, a juice shot for Jean Charles. So everyone laughed, but at the same time, it was me who brought the others back. But no, I don't drink alcohol, so I was really aware of what I was seeing. The mysterious woman moves away, very far away, at a distance of 15 to 20 meters. The sound is really very, very loud, and I lean towards my friend, who is next to me, saying, did you see her teeth? And the light passed over her face. It was black lights, and we saw her white teeth, because at one point, she smiled. And, oh my God, she had fangs. I said in my friend's ear, did you see her teeth? She looked like a vampire, but I just whispered. And suddenly, at the other end, she turned her head and she looked at me. All my life, I'll remember that look in her eyes. Those shining blue eyes. It pierced me. I'm not a scared guy in life. I've been in danger, a lot of times, because of my work. But, that was one of the times, I was really scared. I still talk about it, and I feel all weird.
It froze your blood.
Exactly, and I said to myself, vampires really exist.
You also said, she walked weirdly.
Yes, because when she walked, I had the impression that she floated. It can be an optical effect because the dress is long and that you have the impression that she does not walk, maybe she made small steps. We decide to leave because we really felt that the atmosphere was strange. And we went in a phone cabin to call our driver, who came to take us. And at the moment, when we phone, we hear a big explosion in the phone cabin. And we see blood flowing behind the head of my friend. I believed that it was her head that had exploded. There was no one on foot, no one in a car, no one on a bicycle, or whatever. Not a bird that flew into the window, because you know, sometimes it may happen that a bird flies into a window, but it wasn't that. And we never knew what it was. I went outside, it really looked like blood. We never knew why. A few years later, at a party with friends, we tell each other stories, a kind of story by the fire that scares us, you know. And then, it's our turn to tell stories. It's not my turn yet. It happens to a guy that I don't know, who tells us all a very strange story. He says, he is in France, in a nightclub. And he has seen a very strange, gothic woman dressed in black. Just like that, we looked at each other, with my friend, and we said to each other, oh, it really starts like our story. And then he realized that the woman didn't have his reflection in the mirror. Exactly the same thing, I said, sorry, but it was my turn to tell a story. It was exactly the same. The atmosphere was glacial. At first, I was thinking that maybe it was an interdimensional being, because of the full moon, or whatever had shifted, and then re-entered our world. I said to myself, it's possible that this is it. The fact that it seemed to be floating can also be explained by an optical effect. Because, I know very well that some people are going to say this. But no reflection, it's not an optical effect. It's not a mirror without a tint. Because, I was in the mirror, I could see myself, the barmaid, I could see her, my friend with whom I was with. I could see her waving at me, and there was a hole, really a hole. There was nothing. And the guy who told us this story told us the same story. And it's not over yet, because when the guy came out of the bar, he was scared. It's normal. He was not reassured, he could feel, he could hear footsteps behind him. He entered an alley, and he turns around abruptly. He doesn't see anything, but he felt there was someone behind him. And then he heard big noises of wings beating above him. He sees a shadow. He continued his way, and he left. He never talked about it to anyone, because he was afraid of looking like a crazy person. And the only time he talked about it was during that famous evening.